So I've been thinking about something that has appeared on the Hermitcraft server, the HCBBS. This structure is an alien-type rocket that has crashed down in the shopping district. Along with the rocket are alien font messages on the ground reading, "Give us your name, HCBBS. When the countdown ends, it begins. Insert name and be part of change, and change is coming." Upon giving your name to these aliens, you will receive a gold nugget reading you are invited to the changeover. Now, many people, including the hermits, have been theorizing on what HCBBS means. Now, we do have information on what it means by Mumbo, which is Hermitcraft Bumble Background Society, but that is most likely just a joke, since the messages on the ground are talking about change, and the Bumble Background Society most likely is not the change it's referring to. Now, what does HCBBS actually mean? Well, we can spot there are 5 secret digits after H, so H most likely stands for Hermit. And to go along with Hermit, the C only has 4 secret digits, so C most likely stands for Craft. So far we have Hermitcraft uncovered. Well, what about the rest? For both of these, there are 4 secret digits after. These words took me over an hour to think about. I searched up 5-letter B words on Google and read up on all the words. Now, the first thought that came to mind from the first B word was barge, since the structure is next to Green's barge, and to follow with barge, I looked at the rest of the words on Google. I thought of below, begin, band, and bumbo. Now, barge below and barge begin would make sense since Green wants to upgrade his barge in some way. Barge band could also make sense if Scar, the mayor of the shopping district, banned the barge since it was too successful or something. And barge bumbo doesn't make sense at all, so that idea is scrapped out of existence. Next up was the final letter S, which also has 4 secret digits. I searched up 5-letter S words on Google as well, and I thought of these: sewer, scale, sales, short, and sinks. Sewer would make sense since Green has the mycelium resistant sewers under the barge. Scale also makes sense since the barge can be greatly scaled up or down if Green so chooses. And sales also makes sense since the barge could go on a huge sale, selling everything much cheaper or something. And finally, short and sinks don't make any sense, so those ideas are scrapped. With the words we have now, we have many sentences. Be prepared, there are quite a bit. Hermitcraft barge below sewer, Hermitcraft barge below scale, Hermitcraft barge below sales. Out of those sentences, only Hermitcraft barge below sewer and Hermitcraft barge below sales would make sense. And now for the rest of the sentences. Hermitcraft barge begin sewer, Hermitcraft barge begin scale, and Hermitcraft barge begin sales. Out of those sentences, everything but Hermitcraft barge begins scale would make sense. Now, looking at the sentences that I used band for instead of begin or below didn't make any sense at all, so band is scrapped. Now, with all of these into account, we also have to take into account the other messages on the ground next to this alien structure. Most importantly, give us your name and be part of change. And taking all of this into account, none of the sentences I came up with make sense at all. So all that time I spent looking into it was wasted. However, I did come to a realization afterwards. Each of the words on HCBBS has these secret digits. So there's only so many possibilities. Unless it's all just for show. After all this wasted thinking, it's clear that we will just not know what it means yet. We need more information. But if you want to help me uncover the meaning of HCBBS, tell me your theories in the comments. But for now, we'll just have to wait.